Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and not pictured on your screen, is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with Cleveland Dreaming, the 1977-78 Cleveland Barons. Gonna Fly Now, part 24. Jeff, I'm gonna say this is probably our second last Cleveland Barons stream with the rate we've been going at
This
things.
is probably the end.
And so,
Yeah,
yeah, since our last one, we rolled over, so we are now on July 1st. We have let Denny Hall get to free agency. Jeff failed to win us our championship.
came within one period of doing it, but yeah, the Sabres beat us, broke up our dynasty.
Yes, we have lost a coach, Scott Hale. Okay, so we're going to have to replace a coach. We'll do that right away. Looking at some other things. Owner confidence update. He was happy, other than we didn't win. Looking at other things. This is a good draft with Mike Bossy as number one and Rod Langway, Pete Peters.
Yep, not that it'll really matter for us because this will be the last season for Cleveland because we'll be going out of business after this year.
We don't know that yet. A few firings. A lot of firings.
Yeah, there's on the wall.
Trade proposal from Atlanta, which we didn't yet. Kevin Campbell for Denny Hall, which was an awful trade offer.
Might as well have taken it. I mean, you would have gotten something if.
Well, we could still sign him and trade him for nothing. What? I'm just curious. Now that he's a free agent, what does he want?
Will he even talk to us now?
I don't see. Oh, you know what? Because he's under unsigned. That's why. No,
and yeah, it looks like Norm Cornway left the Jets.
Oh, he's not on here. Was he not on the depth chart? Yeah, he is on the depth chart. He wants $86,000 for 3 years. Well, that's actually much more reasonable than his previous contract, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah, you can make him an offer if you want. Keep in mind, there's also 4 WHA teams that have gone out of business, so there may be some free agents floating around from that, although
look at
I'd imagine most of the good guys have... Yeah, their NHL rights are probably owned already then. It wasn't, and I don't think we had anybody that we had picked up the rights to that are...
Kirk Bowman still, yeah. And that's about it. We'll offer him a contract for... He only wants 86 and no limits on it. We can do that. Even though he's going down and he might get replaced. We don't really have anyone who's going to take that spot right now, so.
Yeah, I mean, the team is definitely getting older.
Yeah. All right, so do that. Okay, next thing we have to do is hire a new... Okay, we need a new skill coach. So we're looking for physical training and coaching prospects. And, oh, that's interesting. Our owner has disappeared, Jeff.
Oh, that's odd. Gunter should have still been there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to check the database. That's usually a data thing.
Minnesota's lost their owner, too, so...
Oh, that's... Great name on the assistant coach in Minnesota, though.
I missed that. I gotta go back. Kevin Ashton? That's definitely...
I suppose that's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Ashton? Yep.
Ass Eaton?
Yeah. All right, so we need a skills coach, physical training, coaching prospects. All right, so filter. We are looking for an assistant coach. We want training, physical training.
Yep.
Good at coaching prospects. Good and great is Mike Broders. To see if I just look at coaching prospects. Ken Zim is excellent and good. Brian Austin is great and very good. That's not a bad combination.
I mean, all these guys are going to be out of work next year, so don't worry about it too much.
I worry about it so much. Let's take the guy. Let's take Mike Broaders. Hire him as assistant coach. All right. So he is our new skills coach. And he's great and good. So yeah, that works for us. All right. Smelly Wrestling Geek says, "Hey guys, how do you think about the Sens? What do you think about Colorado sending Landeskog down to the AHL? I think that's good for Landeskog. I'm happy to see him back. But if you, Smelly Wrestling Geek, I'm going to tell you right now, if you do not have the St. Louis and Edmonton game on right now on the background with us, you should have it on right now, because what I was watching before I turned on the stream was just crazy."
What's going on? I was watching. I saw the Leafs Tampa game, but
well, yeah, you started off. Corey Perry ran into Binnington, so Binnington got up, then slammed him in the back with his blocker, knocking him to the ground, and then it led to Binnington jumping on him and hitting him, and then who's the big tough guy from St. Louis? Then fought Perry, and then they were in the box, and then St. Louis scored shorthanded. Skinner got an unsportsmanlike. After that, all sorts of crazy things going on right now, so I'd keep watching that game, because you know something else is going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that done. There's nobody really on free agency.
So you saw the Canucks screwing up their draft pick the other night?
I loved it.
Can't just sit down and die.
I guess we don't need to save any money, so we'll just raise development.
Oh yeah, go nuts.
And yeah, wage budget, increase everything up. Strategic marketing, very heavy market. Now we'll keep it normal marketing. Minimal marketing. We're one of the best teams. Monthly budget. Yeah, we're basically where we need to be. Assign scouts. There's nothing really to scout. Cardinals fans, never seen the A get so aggressive when it came to firing coaches before my save that I posted. Yeah, Jeff was looking into that. Jeff, you have an update?
Yeah, no, I think that's just because it was imported a couple of times. I don't have any update on it yet, but I think we'll be able to get those reset for you.
There you go. Trade proposal from Washington. They're offering us Brian Glennie for Mark Tardif. No. All right.
And he's a good defensive defenseman, but he's getting close to done at this point, although Tardif is starting to slide too.
Yeah, well, that's why I
put look at it. A lot of the guys on this roster were people who declined rapidly in the late 70s, even ahead of their time.
Oh, there we go. Canadians just dumped Rogie Vachon to the Islanders for Bill Barber. Okay. Lowell McDonald's on the move for John French.
Again.
Suitcase McDonald.
Yeah, the Islanders need the goalie. So I guess the Canadians haven't given up on Ken Dryden. They made that trade for Vachon. Oh no, they got Don Edwards last year too, and Dryden, has he retired? Nobody's almost finished.
Bunch of guys got bought out. Bunch of guys. All right. Taking a quick look at free agency center again. Okay. If somebody's dropping precipitously in the draft, I think we can look at maybe trying to move up for something. I mean, I'd love to try and go for Mike Bossy, but I don't think we're going to be able to get him. That's assuming he's going to go in the first pick, yes?
That seems pretty safe. Yeah, he starts out at 4 stars. So.
Or do you think you think there's any chance we could get the first pick? Oh, so who had the first pick?
I mean, there's no point worrying too much about this draft anyhow. We're going to be getting to use these guys for a season at the most.
Mike Bossy going on Boston is nuts, by the way. We're going to give up our first round pick this year, our first round pick next year, our first round pick.
That's cheating. No, come on, Adam, don't do that. Don't trade first round picks when we won't exist.
Why not? They don't know that.
No.
Oh, fine. Okay, I'm going to keep one extra one in there, but I want to trade. What was I looking for? Tardif. And see if I can move. Oh, maybe we don't have him signed yet. Yeah, okay. I was thinking. No, did we get Hall signed? No, he's not signed. Oh, he signed it with Birmingham. So he lost Hall anyways. Okay. He's going to the WHA for a year.
Couple years.
All right. Mike Bossy goes to Boston. That's just... Oof. Rod Langway goes to Colorado. Joe Mullen goes to the Kings. Dale McCourt goes to Philly. John Anderson goes to Washington. Rick Sealing goes to Chicago.
Two Americans at 2 and 3 in the draft. That would have been a first at that time.
I see Greg Millen is available in this draft, which I guess we should.
Yeah, passed away the other day.
Offer our condolences. Doug Wilson goes to Detroit. Pete Peters goes to Atlanta.
Speaking of guys who died, do you remember Mark LaForest played a couple of teams, but he finished with the Senators. He passed away the other week too.
John Tonelli goes next. Glenn Hanlon, Kevin McCarthy, Murray Bannerman, Ron Duguay, Alan Cote, Gordy Roberts, Mark Johnson, Greg Millen I just auto-drafted us. Good job there. But we took Greg Millen anyways, which is a fine pick for us. Because I was thinking we should probably have a goalie. That's what happens when I get clicking too much. All right, that's okay. We needed some more goalie depth. I'm not upset about that. Roy Summer, Mark Napier just what goes. Mario Marois. Tony Curry goes to Philly. Lucien Dubois goes to Washington. Winnipeg Jet. Doug Smale.
Also Canuck. Dubois.
Well, so was Smale, wasn't he?
Not a Canuck, a Jet?
No, I know. I thought he played for the Canucks for a year.
Nope, Smale didn't.
Okay. Tim Harrer?
He was in the first NHL game I ever saw live. Smale.
Doug Forrester, Atlanta. Brad Maxwell, Toronto.
Forrester.
Greg Tibut, Montreal Canadiens. I don't know that name.
WHA guy mostly.
Craig Laughlin.
Minor leaguer for quite a while.
Tom Rolston. Richie Dunn. Jack O'Callahan. Jim Korn. Robert Picard. Tom Gorant. So we picked up a goalie by accident, but that's okay. Highest ranked guy left is Mark Lofthouse. Again, don't know the name off the top of my head.
Capitals, Red Wings,
I'm
West
wrong.
Bruins, German.
Oh, no, he was. Okay. Let's see. Scouts say Lofthouse. Save suggestions say it should be Randy Pierce. Risky suggestions are, grab another goalie and get Bob Janicek. Or Richard Seven.
I don't think we need another goalie. Probably Lofthouse, I think.
What if we drafted entire goalies for the entire draft?
Well, that would just be silly.
We're not back next year. What does it matter? Another question in the chat there for you. Okay, Mark Lofthouse is our pick then for... we're going to pick until human this time.
Yeah, just waiting a little longer to see if anything else comes up before we put one out. But yeah, I've been working on that and getting them corrected, so...
Peter...
Wait and see at this point.
Ianek? Is that how you say that?
Inachek.
Inachek. Yes, okay, there we go. I knew he's kind of the top guy.
Great rookie year in Toronto, and then never quite lived up to that again.
Think we grab him anyways, yeah?
Yep.
All right. Pick until human again, and we have Mike Crombeen is the top guy we see.
Good checking forward.
Okay. Who do you play
Blues,
for?
Cleveland, actually, and then the Blues.
Oh. Well, then that seems like we should do that because we need at least one Cleveland guy. All right. Let's see. Scout suggestions say we should take Patrick Laine. No, Eric Laine. Safe suggestions is Harold Luckner?
Yeah, Canucks draft pick that never worked out. It never came over to North America, I don't think.
All right. Any thoughts? Anyone tantalizing you?
There's a legendary name at number 5 on the scout suggestions list.
M.F. Sherman?
Second from the top one, Maynard Sherman. I've got him as MF in this. His first name was actually Maynard.
Okay.
Don't see a lot of Maynards these days.
No, not too many. All right, let's take a look at this. Tallest guy left in the draft is Keith Hansen. As well as
no
Mike
relation.
Brown.
And that Mike Brown isn't one of the 15 Mike Browns that played in the league in the 90s.
Looks like you got a couple errors here too, Jeff. Or wait, that's a visualization error. That's interesting.
Yeah.
5'9" and 95 pounds. 6'1" and 100 pounds.
Yeah, I think it was this version of the database. I think that got cleaned up because they've got the double flag too.
Oh, there it just flipped.
I have an idea where that came from.
They just generated. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Weights are still.
Although it's way too low. That's odd.
No. All right. I really don't know. Let's see.
Just go with Luckner.
Yeah. Pick until human.
I've seen Nelson Burton there. Played a couple of games for the Capitals, and I think that's Brian Hill. Whalers eventually.
Harry Nickender.
Never came to North America.
Jeff Geiger. Okay. And Peter Wallen. I feel like he did come to North America in the 90s.
I think you're thinking of Matt Swolene.
Oh, he did come to North America in the 80s. Okay.
No, yeah, he did. Huh?
All right.
Oh, yeah, right winger. They had him. He was the Swede that came in when Hedberg and Nielsen were both hurt for the Rangers. And
okay,
never really did anything.
We're taking this German guy because his name's Miroslav. Miroslav Sikora. Rolf Berglund is the top guy. Yeah, I'm going to take Rolf. Great name. Okay, Cardinals fan says, question, would you be possible to create a schedule maker if you locked the schedule to 82 games? Would it be possible to create a schedule maker if you locked the schedule to 82 games?
Don't get the question. What do you mean, create a schedule maker?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there, Cardinals fan.
Oh, and you can, like the import and export, you can already do that?
All right. We have finished the draft, and yeah, that's already possible, Cardinals fan.
Yep, if you look on the schedule screen, there's an extra. The league, no, it's on the league edit screen, I think.
Where you have to generate your schedule, right?
Yeah, I think it's on. You can only see it on July 1st. There's an import and export option.
Yes. We did not have the best draft. Canucks had the best draft with the Blues and Maple Leafs, but we did not have the worst draft either. Bruins had the worst draft, and they got Mike Bossy.
They got nothing after that. That's all. They got Bob Janisic.
Yeah, that's not the worst.
John Harrington from the U.S. Miracle on Ice team. Ralph Cox, who was cut from that team. Mark DeFolor, has that name? He had like 500 and something penalty minutes in the International League one year.
That's impressive.
But not a great group.
All right. Oh, that was foolish. Foolish.
Oh, yeah. Sign.
Yes. Oh, I wonder if we lost anybody. Unsigned. Greg Millen didn't sign, so let's get him under contract. We don't have a lot of offers or guys who we need under contract. How many contracts do we have? That's another thing. 40. Okay.
That's true.
Do I want to sign all these guys? I guess I probably do. Wind up needing one of them.
It'll be interesting. Bossy and Bobby Orr will be on the same team this season.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to sign those guys. Take a quick look again at free agents in case we missed anyone. Don Gordon is available, but yeah, nobody really jumping out and being like, yes.
Yeah, are we particularly short anywhere? Don't think so.
No, we got lots of defensemen signed. Kind of pretty good through the forward.
Yeah, enough forwards too.
Losing Denny Hall's going to hurt a bit, but let's take a quick look.
LeBron will just get to play more.
Yeah, at the trade block. Rich Preston is available. He had a bad year last year, but could bring in old man Phil Esposito. Reinvigorate him.
Yeah, he's going to be retiring soon. Yeah, well, good luck.
Is that a challenge?
Not a whole lot of life left in him, particularly when you got 4 centers already.
You can have number 26. You can have number 81 because he's not taking Serge Savard's number. P-Wog, evening. Time for Yzerman to go. Painful, though. I saw Wayne Rivers just got traded. The Wings were signing Arvid Holm, former Winnipeg Jet. Well, Jets draft pick. All right. We're going to send Millen down. I will leave him up for now. Alvin Nielsen's still 1 to 2 months. He better be back for beginning of the year.
Yeah, it should be.
I don't know that it's all Yzerman's fault that their team just completely craps the bed in March, P-Wog. And we see numerous signings. Dan Maloney is finally healthy. Nothing too big, just going to check. Trade block here again.
And doesn't look like the WHA managed to steal anybody else from us.
If they want to sign one of our rookies to play him for a year, that's fine. Development report, Jacques Lemaire drops down. He's down to 2.5 stars. Wasn't he at 3?
I think so, yeah. Oh, no, he was 2.5 stars. That must have happened fairly late last season, though.
All right, monthly budget.
But real life, he would have retired at the end of next season.
Hall of Fame, Jean Beliveau gets in. Busher Jackson. Leo Bovin. And Charlie Hodge.
Oh, Hodge did get in. He was in there as, if I remember, runoffs right at the end of last season.
Yeah. P-Wog, I'm curious, just because you said time for Yzerman to go. Who do you want them to replace? Pittsburgh's looking at moving Billy Smith. Oh, no. Dan LeBreton has gotten into an off-ice incident, and he's upset Mark Lofthouse. Okay.
Loftus hasn't even been to camp with us yet.
Yeah. I'll already start working on cutting that down. 8 years of Dead Wings after 25 years of on making. Good question. I said that's one of the things. You can fire somebody, but who are you replacing them with that's going to like really intrigue you if you're getting rid of Yzerman?
You can have Jim Rutherford if you want.
I mean, say what you want. Yzerman, like his free agent signings have not been good. Let's
Look at this. The Canucks did it again.
They won?
No, they traded a young guy in the game. I mean,
Brian
they
Maxwell.
traded for Gordie Howe last season, and now they traded for Rod Gilbert.
Let's look at the.
Speaking of guys who are right at the end of their career for younger players, although it's
did he retire?
Only Brian Maxwell's time.
Did we miss?
Yeah, Howe retired, I think. Yeah.
Oh. Well, that's. I mean, yeah. Okay. As I was saying, as I'm trying to think what it was now. Words there, Adam. Words.
Something about the Wings. Yzerman.
Oh yeah, trying to. His drafting has been pretty good. Like they have a lot of good, intriguing pieces there. His veteran signings have not been. And the goaltending question is something. But I don't know who the answer is. I mean, I don't. A lot of the moves he made, I don't think were bad moves. They just haven't panned out. Like when they picked up Ville Husso from St. Louis, I thought that was a good move for them. But Husso just kind of, again, crapped the bed for them. And Buffalo is shopping a guy who is thought, we're the team who's thought to be interested in him. Okay.
Don't think so. But apparently we've got a weakness at left wing.
Denny Hextall is... Well, when we lost Hull, yeah, I mean, technically. And we're trying to move Mark Tardif, so... I mean, Reggie Leach can play, get him on the left wing. Willie Lindstrom can move over too. Have to play around with the lines here a bit. Actually, it's our first game anyways. So let's see, we're 18 of 19, so who's coming into the lineup right now? As I actually check here for a second, so who do we have? Okay. And then we have, okay, who's coming in? LeBratton, I guess. Let's send some of these guys down. Okay. Dan Maloney is currently not in. Okay, I guess we had Watson in. So who's coming out? No one. I think Maloney's just not in right now. Well, I guess, do we take LeBratton out and put Maloney in?
Yeah, Maloney's a little tougher.
All right, and that gives him... Okay. Looking at our lines here, we're going to lock our center. Wait, no, we're not. Ulf Nielsen's our number one center. Trottier.
I remember we had him down in the fourth line because he was hurt in the playoffs last year. And we were...
2. Hedberg is on the right wing. Is it crazy to move Leach up to put him on the left wing, trade him as a left winger with Nielsen
You
and
got to try
Hedberg?
somebody there.
I think that would actually be pretty entertaining.
Although Hedberg was left-handed, so you may want to put him on the left and Leach on the right.
All right. We could move. Think about this for a second. We could move Savard up to the wing too, to give him more playing time.
I think he may get that naturally as Lemaire slows down.
Well, we can move.
In fact, it might even be a good idea.
Yeah.
To just keep Lemaire around on the fourth and for special teams.
All right, and then we add. Sorry, I got to think about this for a second.
I think probably Pronovo on the second line because I think he's got chemistry with Trottier, if I remember right. Oh, no, it's with Lemaire. Yeah, he's got a little bit of chemistry with Trottier. Yeah.
Lindstrom will build it with everybody. Let's lock everyone in here for a second. All right. Okay. I don't hate that. So Salming, Robinson, first pair. Greshner, Savard, second pair. Vadnais, Watson, third pair. Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Do we need a assistant captain? 4-1 win.
Oh, was Hull one?
I feel like Hull was one, but I don't remember for sure. Oh, no, it was Lemaire and Savard. I was wrong.
Yeah, they can stay as it is then.
Nope. Okay, good, easy first win. Next game, give Haran this game. Start us off and play some more preseason. 4-2 hot win. Getting lots of shots on net, so that's good. Mike Bossy scores for them, of course.
Bossy for more. That looks weird.
Bossy on Boston looks weird as it is.
Gotta look it up now. See if Bossy ever actually played against Orr. They would only overlapped for that one season, I think.
Oh, there you go, Jeff. Walt McKechnie just got hurt for 6 months. So what's Vancouver going to do now?
Trade for another old guy, obviously.
Yeah.
Nope, Orr and Bossy never played against each other. Orr only had 6 games after Bossy came into the league, and none of them were against the Islanders.
All right, we lose our first preseason game. And Anders Hedberg got injured. Okay. Coaches report on new players. All right, Hedberg's going to come out and just get replaced with Lofthouse. Lindstrom's going to come out and get replaced with LeBratton. And everybody else can play this game. Three 3-1 win. All right. So again, LeBratton got replaced with Lindstrom, and move on. No one can stop Ab DeMarco. Training camp development report. Ron Greshner goes up. Hedberg goes up. Lars Lindgren, Mark Lofthouse, Trottier, And he's like, ooh, oh, guys going down. Ulf Nielsen, Serge Savard, Lars Erik
Yep.
Soderberg, Mark Tardif, Carol Van Lars Gunnar Lundberg, Hirsch. Season ticket numbers, we sold 11,107 tickets. Not bad.
Yep. Currently a lot of people willing to make the drive out to Richfield.
We have so many free agents. Let's give false hope.
Or screw up the North Star's finances for the next few years.
Also true. All right, that's enough. And all right, switch these guys. Keep an eye on Tardif, and he might have to set out his next game. Another thing in there for the chat for you there, Jeff, too. 4-1 win over Toronto.
Yeah. Checkbox is way to tell the players.
All right. Everyone we offered contract signs in the most unsurprising way.
Yeah. Smelly Wrestling Geek, you mean like on the roster screen, a note? Or?
All right. Tardif is going to come out and get replaced with LeBron. And we have a 2-1 win over the Rangers. Oh, no. Ulf Nielsen tore his triceps and he's done for 2 to 3 months.
Yeah, this is pretty much how it went for Nilsson in real life, too. Once you got into the late 70s, early 80s.
So we're just going to move him to the injured list right away. Pronovo's a little bit hurt, too. Oh, we actually have a draft coming up that might help us.
Oh, is the waiver draft coming? Yep.
Yes.
Start of the waiver draft.
In the meantime, though, we'll call somebody up here. We'll call Lumley up. Or Lars Lundberg. Or John Wysick.
Probably Lumley.
All right. Okay, Anders Hedberg's ready to go, so that's good news. And let's take a look at our protection list. We are not picking Denny Hall. He probably gets picked up by somebody.
That would only be his rights, maybe.
Oops. Oh, I can't protect Lars Lindgren. Or I let Lumley go. I could. It's Lumley or Lumley or Lindgren.
We got 7 defensemen, so Lindgren is the 8, so I'd say leave Lumley.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Particularly with injuries in the forwards.
Yeah. Season preview means we are still a Stanley Cup favorite, thanks to Larry Robinson and Gilles Melange and Brian Trottier. Unsurprising.
Yep.
Your take on assistant GM Von Golden Knights, ask AI Von Karpen. Is this a real person? Is that what you mean, P-Wog, or what are you talking about here? Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Interleague draft. Unsurprisingly, Denny Hull's the number one thing, so let's see if he goes first. Nope, Joey Johnson goes. Skip pick. Lars Lindgren goes to the LA Kings. So now we can protect... I don't know. Who do we want to protect?
Probably Lorimer, I guess. Another defenseman.
Another skip pick. Jean Potvin goes to Washington. Purty, I don't know how to say that name, goes to Detroit. Skip pick again. Skip pick. Skip pick. Dave Crench-Cozy? Not sure on that.
Cozy, yeah.
Oh, you're saying Von Karpinen is the assistant GM for Vegas. You think he might be a person who's interested? Ron Lowe just goes to St. Louis.
I know he was in Montreal for a while as a scout. I can't remember what their drafting record was like when he was there.
Man, Buffalo just took Lars Gunnar Lundberg from us. All right, I guess we're protecting
Wensink.
Yeah. Pierre Hamel goes to Pittsburgh.
That's legend.
All right, so if we want a forward... Hey, Gary Cheevers is available still.
Yeah, he was pretty much done by now.
Wayne Blanche, Denny Dupree, Doug Favell was available as well.
Bring him back. He was there for the first season. He can be there for the last.
Hey, Lowell McDonald.
Just depth guys, basically.
Well, that's kind of what we needed. Just a depth center. The way we're losing guys, lets me just eliminate everybody else except for forwards here.
Just be careful. Yeah, and keep in mind that some of these guys, it's only the rights they'll be in the WHA.
Yeah, that's why I'm just looking here carefully.
Dennis
Dennis
in Indianapolis. Dupere. Yeah.
Dupere.
Colorado and Kansas City and St. Louis in real life.
John French.
And originally a Leaf, I think.
Yeah, okay, WHA guy. Maybe not a bad choice.
Yeah, something. Just to replace Lindbergh, I guess.
Yeah, he might have to sit on our roster. I don't remember on this.
No, not for the waiver draft.
Okay. I'm just looking to see if
regular draft.
Oh. Dave the Hammer Schultz. I mean, if we're going back
Bring
to
him
original
in. I think
guys,
he's nearly finished.
I'm just peeking down the list, see if there's... that's the end of all down to one-star guys, then.
Yeah, Scott Garland won the Half-Stars, too. It was Leaf and a King, and then killed in a car accident in the off-season in 79, I think.
Are you thinking him, then, or who are you thinking?
No, probably French, I think.
Okay. We'll pick John French and be done then. All right. To your question, P-Walk, I don't know. Maybe. I'm never sold for sure on what guys can be. All right, Hedberg comes back in. And that gives us... Okay, Tardif is out too right now. Because we had LeBratton in.
And Lofthouse.
All right, Lofthouse. So LeBratton. Okay. All right, redoing this. So Trache is now on the number 1 line with Leach and Hedberg coming over. Okay. Savard moves up. Lemaire moves up.
Yeah, see, Hedberg's already got left wing.
Yeah. All right, Tardif, and then, yeah. Or do you want Vale or Tardif? No, Vale's probably the better choice for, yeah.
That's fine, yeah. We're not looking as deep as we used to, though.
No. And not having one less center was maybe not the best choice. Can LeBratton play center?
I'll leave it like the way it is, though. The other centers will fill in. That Trache should be getting more player time as it is.
Well, that was the problem, though, is we were tiring the crap out of Lemaire.
Yeah, but that was Lemaire.
All right, we'll try.
Trache's in his prime right now.
Wayne Thomas on the move. Back to Montreal. All right. Oh, too many players. I forgot. We are, what's this? 23 of 23. Oh, wait, that's Montreal. Try that again. 24 of 23, so we send French down.
Yeah.
Nope, French has to go on waivers to go back down. All right, we'll send Lofthouse down then. Oh, crap. Greg Millen's here anyways. All right, Greg Millen's going down.
Yeah, we'll leave the spot open.
Yep. And we'll watch in case somebody shows up interesting on waivers. Pronovo's at 80%, but he'll play through that. And we start off the year with a 5-1 victory over the LA Kings, holding them to 13 shots. All right.
I lost a little offense, but apparently we can still play D.
And we just knocked out Don Lever with a ruptured Achilles tendon for 6 months.
Oops. Sorry.
Something's getting praised, so we will agree with them. Jared Trilu Truth Pen says, what would you say is the biggest upgrade from 24 to 26? He's talking OOTP. Jeff, any thoughts?
I haven't looked at 26 yet, so can't tell you.
I think a lot of the work they did on the player part, which I can't think of the name of, was big. My brain is not firing right now for what it's called. I'm missing the term and that's not coming. Game 2 versus Washington. And it is a 6-3 win. Okay, I'm liking these scores to start. 40 shots on net. And Larry Robinson got injured. That's not great. And he's out 4 months. Oh, no.
What are you doing, Adam?
All right. Torn back muscle. So...
Schubert comes in, and I guess Lorimer comes up.
Well, it's time to bring Butters up. I don't want to bring Butters up. But no, it should be Lorimer. Just taking a quick look in case anyone interesting. No, yeah, okay. Player Development Lab. That's what I was looking for. Smelly lab geek. Thank you. That's no stopping Mike Bossy. Unsurprising, has 4 points in 22 minutes for Boston. He's gonna help them a lot. Oh, Phil Esposito's on the move back to Detroit.
It worked out so well the first time for him.
For Ron Plum. All right, continuing on here for us. Getting to the game versus the Kings. 8-2 win. And Ron Greshner got injured. Stop getting hurt. He's day-to-day, though. The pulled abdominal muscle. Okay, he can play through that. That was a very confusing title. It says long suspension ends. Oh, man, who got suspended for a long time? Oh, very long. Okay.
Oh, maybe. Could have been a long suspension, too.
5-5 tie with Minnesota. All right, Jean Pronovo's ready to go. All right, percentages look okay. We should probably move. Actually, no, an all-Swedish first pairing defense is actually hilarious. But we lost 3-1. Even though we badly outshot them. Another Achilles tendon injury. Dale McCourt this time. All right, so let's look at this for a second. I'm going to lock my forwards. And give that. Okay, Vadnais goes from third pairing. Ooh, I don't like that. Put Greshner all the way down to the...
Yeah, no. Swap Greshner and Vadnais.
Well, I think we can move Vadnais down just a second. Move Watson down. All right, we'll give Huron this game as we continue to move. 4-1 win. And Guy Lafleur's out day today in Minnesota. Oh. Okay, Greshner's got to sit out for a game. So Lormer makes his debut.
No, he played for us a little bit last year.
A couple years ago. It was California.
Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Tardis down to 68% too. Better keep
It's Cleveland debut then.
2-1 loss. Still outshot them. Just all right. Let's put Greshner back in. He should be healthy enough by the time the next game comes. All right, another quick look here. 79%. Yeah, should be okay. 71. And 4-1 victory over Chicago. There we go. Almost double their shots. Yeah, see, Lemaire's holding that 69%.
Is he on a lot of special teams or something?
I don't know.
Andre Savard seems to be doing well with the extra playing time, at least.
14 minutes.
Terrible game for him, too.
What if we didn't have a third line center? As far as
the AI will fill it in for you. Yeah.
Would it cut down his playing time, though? Ooh, that is a lot of downs.
Those...
It was what, sorry? You didn't... I heard a noise, but not an answer.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Greshner's at 57%, so he's going to sit out this game. Again, replace him with...
With Lemaire at 78, maybe give French a game.
All right.
Armor.
All right. Game for St. Louis. And it's a 4-1 loss. So, okay, let's get Larmer replaced with Greshner. French gets replaced with Lemaire. And taking a quick look at the trade block. Mark Tardif is actually down to 2 stars. Oof. Nobody really of interest on the trade block right now. I was kind of hoping there might be somebody jumping off the page.
Close to the trading deadline, maybe, but no. The Canucks, after being contenders this year, have started 1-5 and something.
Dave Schultz is on waivers again. Tempting us. All right, Greshner's on the verge of returning. Terry Ryan gets moved. All right, home and home with Detroit. And it's a 5-1 win to start. Malash donning his Seals uniform on the card. And yeah, just skip through this and we have a 6-1 back to, oh, we really stomped hard on Detroit. 11 held them to 11 shots. Rick Dudley scores their only goal. 8-3-1 to start the year. Okay, we actually have a number of guys on. So right away, Gord Lane. That looks like that might be a worthy pickup for us. Can play both sides of the D.
He's not really much of an upgrade over Lorimer.
It's a little bit of an upgrade. But we don't have a lot of depth behind. I mean, we can send Lorimer down.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe that's worth doing.
I'm just looking. We also... Al Hamilton's a little older. Okay, how about that? That's more appropriate than Larry Goodenough. You know, he's probably good enough to play.
Canucks legend. I think go with Lane.
All right. Put a claim in on him. Brian Spencer, not really. Got my attention. Let's see. All right. Yes, we have successfully got Gord Lane. So we actually have enough roster room to hold both of them at the moment anyways. Actually, yeah, Lorimer's one star now. Or was he 1 star before?
I think he was. Might as well send him down, though.
All right. Oh, I got to put him on waivers. All right, we'll see if he doesn't get claimed. Watch him get claimed by Pittsburgh.
If Lane didn't get claimed by anybody else, I don't think Lorimer will.
4-3 victory. All right. Jimmy Watson converts to left defense. Bob Lorimer claimed on waivers by Montreal Canadiens.
Okay, so I was wrong.
Big
well, you
surprise.
basically traded Lane for Lorimer. Still an upgrade. Didn't get the extra depth.
Why was I not getting notifications about that?
What?
I never got notifications about resolving the conflict. Kind of had forgot about it.
Yeah, you actually should have. Or did that happen maybe?
No, that happened in the summer.
In October, yeah.
5-3 win over Boston. All right, well, there's some. Willie Lindstrom with the extra playing time is actually coming along nicely.
Have a look at the team stats.
I don't want to get yelled at, so... Okay, Trotcher's got 20 in 14 games. Savard's got 17 in 14. Hedberg 16 in 14. Willie Lindstrom 13 in 14 games.
Yep, so a couple of guys stepping up with the injuries. That's good.
Yeah. All right, game versus Vancouver here. And 3-0 loss to Vancouver. Ugh.
And the Canucks had their backup in for that, too.
We got 17, or held them to 17 shots, but we lost. And Salming gets hurt for 4 days. But he can play, so he's going to still play. And game versus the Kings. And it's a 6-4 win. Ron Greshner's #1 star. All right, continuing to advance here. Game versus Colorado. Bernie Wolf, 4-0 victory for us. Did we not have Bernie Wolf? Did we lose him in the expansion draft?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Kansas City picked him up. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, picked #2 overall off our roster by Kansas City, and then he's just stuck with the team since then, since it moved to Colorado.
All right, continuing on here, and 2-1 loss in Montreal. They held us to 20 shots. They had 30 on us. That's not very good. Can you look at our stats? Our stats are actually pretty good overall. Just didn't quite get it done. Hedberg might be back soon, so that's good. That'll help give us another scoring punch. Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking Nielsen. 7-3 victory over Philly. Much better. All right. Ooh, we got to take Hedberg out. He's at 47%. So Lumley's coming in for a game. (3-2) loss. 20 shots apiece.
I don't know much offense.
Hedberg's up to 16 on left wing, so... Oh, Dan LeBratton got injured. Okay. Oh, no. Salming involved in an off-ice incident. Malash is upset with him. And Malash has gone cold, so Malash, come on, turn that around. 3-1 loss to Toronto. Yeah. We're not changing a thing. Get back out there and beat them. 3-2 victory. All right. Good. 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 All right. Development report for December. Decent amount of guys going up. John French is going down already. Oof. A lot of guys all over the place going down. And still going on here as we continue to push forward and go a little bit overtime because I want to make sure we get to a good spot here. 5-2 victory. Yep. And I'm going to keep Malash. I need to try and get Malash hot. Ooh, Hedberg's down to 53%. Oh, 7-2 victory over Boston.
65.
Brian Ogilvie is on waivers, but I don't think that really helps us. All right. Hedberg is injured, but he's coming back. Okay, Dan LeBratton is ready to come back. Let's see where we're at.
Bobby Hull's still going.
Just like real life. Okay, so Hedberg is going to come out, get replaced with Lumley for a game. Swap them there. Sim that out. And 4-3 loss to Washington. Man.
That's embarrassing.
Red Wings Flyers deal. Arnie Brown for Gary Morrison.
Oh, it looks like Charlie Simmer left the WHA and joined Washington. Speaking of WHA, how's Dennis Hull doing with the Bulls?
Give me 1 second here. There we go. Denny Hull in the WHA has 33 points in 18 games.
Yeah, so not a bad start.
Nope, not at all. 5-2 victory over Buffalo. John Taft is available on defense. He's 2 stars showing.
Don't trust that.
Don't trust. Well, it's only C rated, so fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Anders Hedberg is finally healthy again. Okay. Willie Lindstrom's at 78%. We'll move him down for a game. Move Pronovo up. And 8-4 victory over Philly. They went up 2-0. We tied it. They went up 4-2. And then that is destruction in the third period.
Ouch. Yeah, you can say that. 6 goals in 12 minutes.
Not as good as 3 goals in 1 minute at the end of a game.
Yeah, that was pretty good, though it really does absolutely nothing for our playoff chances. We're still not going in.
It's hilarious. Speaking of
It was
which,
funny to watch their Dallas reaction, so.
well, they did Peter DeBoer dirty, cutting to him every time. Which I forgot to look to see if Minnesota officially blew it tonight. No, they did win in overtime. Do you see the score in that game?
No, what was it?
Please look it up right now and we'll wait for your reaction. Minnesota gave up a tying goal with less than a minute left.
Wow, 8-7.
Yeah.
They're getting ready for playoff hockey. Wow, jeez.
Pronovo's hurt. Willie
Lindstrom's a little bit, guys.
Down. All right, so let's take him out. Lumley. Oh, no, that's not the right guy to take out. All right, Hedberg's going to get replaced with French.
They even broke the NHL box score, apparently.
Actually, wait, I forgot. Okay, take a quick look here. Hedberg's at 90. Okay, so he can play. Willie Lindstrom's at... Oh, Willie Lindstrom.
Weird, or neither team changed their goalies in that game.
Wasn't that Fleury starting tonight?
Yep. Sure, that's how he wants to go out, with a 8-7 win.
He had his kids on the ice before the game started. Yeah. I mean, Sidney Crosby, I guess, being nice, getting to his number, 87. All right, Alf Nielsen is ready to return to the ice. Okay. We have some hope as our guys are slowly beginning to get healthy. 6-2 win over the Rangers. That's better. Daryl Sittler's point streak ended. All right, Huron hasn't played a game in a while, so we'll get him in.
Yeah, it's only Boston, but Milosh still not heating up.
No.
Having a rough year.
7-1. We are still just destroying Boston at every opportunity.
No, I mean, Boston's pretty terrible, other than they got Bossy now, but still there's no depth besides him and Orr.
Trache is actually leading the league in points.
Oh, he jumped up there. I noticed he was in the top 10 before, but...
Yeah. Gary Darnhofer's moving around. All right. Pronovo might have to get sat out here a game soon, but 5-0 loss to Philly. Oh no. All right. Okay.
Robbie Fedoruk, 4 assists for the Flyers.
Pronovo is going to get replaced by Lumley. Everybody else can play.
And Eric Vale is down to 64 too. He's hurt.
Yeah, whatever. He's going to push
Lemare's
this
at
game.
67. Well, you got a few days off after this one, yeah?
Yep, 6-3 win over the Rangers. All right. Lumley comes out, gets replaced with Pronovo. That entire line was getting beat up. It's the Christmas break. Pronovo returns. Vale's healthy. Okay, we have a chance. And just looking at other injuries, Alf Nielsen's now day-to-day. Larry Robinson's still 2 to 3 months.
Low healing.
He wasn't he 2 to 3 months to begin with?
I don't remember. What's it say in his biohistory?
Well, hold on. I thought his injured news... Oh, 4 months. I take it back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Milosh has 1 fire. Can he build on it? 5-3 victory over Cleveland.
Over Cleveland?
Or Montreal. Old habits die hard. I'm not used to playing as Cleveland. And, all right.
Oh, 5-point game for Savard?
Yeah. It's a good thing we play Boston all the time just to beat up on them.
Yeah, they are in our division.
Yeah. All right. And we're going to end here very shortly as we are turning the calendar over. Game for Toronto. 4-1 victory. Off Nielsen's on the verge to report. Okay, now here's the real question. Is somebody going to be overrated for like the 10th time in a row?
No, because I think Sanderson finally got sent down.
Let's take a look. He is no longer overrated. Coach you'd most like to play for! We made it! We finally made it!
We had that last year. No, we had that last year, too.
Did we? Oh, man, I don't... Yep. Well, finally. Been waiting for that one for so long. Overrated is Jacques Richard. Okay, interesting.
Of the Sabres. Yep, I can see that.
Otherwise, toughest goalie to beat is our goalie. And game versus Pittsburgh here. And 4-1 lost to Pittsburgh. Man.
Rivalry game, too. Come on. Can't be blowing those. Russ Walker, the goon, gets a second star, 2 goals.
All right. Hedberg's going up. Willie Lindstrom's going up. Savard's going up. Bob Hess. But a lot of guys going down again. All right. Alf Nielsen is ready to come back. And I think with that, that's probably the perfect spot for us to pause.
Yeah, sounds good.
Oop, Salming and Milosh are still feuding. I tried to break it up, but that did not work. All right. With that, then, and I guess actually looking at the standings here, we can see we are still in first by a long way in our division. Buffalo, after winning the Stanley Cup last year, is 3 games under 500.
The Canucks were a contender last year. They are last in our division now.
Yeah, but they're actually not that far out of third place.
Yeah, the Kings are the real mess. Yeah. We beat them badly a couple of times.
Yeah. So,
but look at the Canadians giving us a run for our money. They've had fewer losses than us, actually. Just a ton of ties.
With that, though, Thank you very much for tuning in to another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Franchise Hockey Manager, as well as twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. You can find all of our streams archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments, with stream archives going live Saturdays at about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our European viewers. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Bluesky, we're at Franchise Hockey. You can also find us on other various social media platforms like Instagram, Threads, and anything else you can think of. You can, of course, come on down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to the official forums where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team Go, or anything else you wish to discuss. Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered everything. Working away on the new version for next year right now. Still keeping an eye on what's going on with FHM 11. If there's anything, waiting to see if there's any need for a hotfix update. Just want to make sure if we do decide to do one that nothing comes up after that. So we're just keeping an eye on what's getting reported in the forums, but so far relatively so good. A couple of data things to work on, but nothing super game breaking yet.
Fair enough. Anything else of importance?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. Just watching and waiting for the Canucks to get eliminated from the playoffs.
Fair enough.
What are you trying to do here?
Bring back a little bit of depth and bring back Ernie Hickey.
I don't think they're going for that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. With that, Jeff, we'll be back again next week, probably to wrap up our Cleveland franchise.
Yep.
So thank you very much, and we will see you all again next week.